Hello, this is Ken Johnston from Dilbo Digital Media, and congratulations on getting this blueprint with the messaging you're going to need to reach all of your patients. But how do you let them all know that you are reopening your dental practice? Well, it's important to get the word out that you are reopening, but just waiting until they go to your website isn't going to be good enough. If you want them to know that they are safe when they go to your office, everything we say here, that's the kind of thing that we do for our dental clients. If you rely on just your website and Facebook, you're only going to be able to reach between 6 and 8% of your patients. But there are in fact 5 key places to reach your patients. Let's have a look. Your website, your Google My Business page, your Facebook page, your blog, and emailing your patients. Now, the 3 places that reach most of your patients actually are Google My Business, Facebook, and email. And in fact, email is the most effective way of reaching more patients than any other method of contacting them. Now, in this process map, we provide you with directions and messages to each of the elements of the blueprint. And we're looking at website and social posting, emailing patients, and your Kerbside waiting room as 3 major areas we're going to look at. So we've provided directions and messages to each of the elements of the blueprint. Now, first of all, it's important that you provide announcement on your homepage for your website. I've just clicked on the pop-up announcement in the map, and you can see what a pop-up might look like. This is an example of a pop-up we did for a client who was just doing emergency dental services during the COVID-19 crisis. That's before they decided to reopen. And this one is an example of one where they are just reopening as they did just a few days ago. If you click on the notes here, it will give you instructions that will allow you to understand what a pop-up does. And if you click on the link at the bottom, down here, then that'll take you to a downloadable set of messages that you can give to your webmaster to implement for you. And one of these is the wording that you can use on your website. Now, in addition to that, we highly recommend that you do a video if you're at all comfortable in front of a camera. And the easiest way to do that is simply with your smartphone. And we've included an example of a video here from one of our American clients. So it's just a matter of clicking to play, and there we go. I won't play that just now. And you'll find that in the notes, which gives you some guidance as to how to go about creating a video, in the notes there's the script to use as part of this message bundle that we provide. Now, the next thing to consider is to put a Facebook header in place on your Facebook page. Now, you probably have a Facebook header. If you don't, then you certainly should have, and if you do, then my suggestion is to replace it. Let's have a look at this one. So that, again, here's an example of what you might want to do. Instead of just having an image or whatever is very commonly used there, a clear message as part of the header will be seen by everyone. Now, this is particularly useful because it's one of the few things that actually goes out to everybody that follows your page. Unlike just doing a post on Facebook, where maybe 6 or 8% of people actually see your message, the header change allows you to announce the fact to everybody that you're going to be reopening your office and provide some information about how you're going to keep them safe when you do. So we highly recommend that you change out your header, and this is an example of the sort of thing that you can do. Let's just have a look at notes here. We also include notes about it so you know what to do. And for example, the image size of the header is 851 by 315 pixels, and you'll need that for your graphics. Now, it's important to do that in Facebook, but if you were to create a video, then we'd recommend that you put that on your website, and I'd recommend that you put it on Google My Business page as well as on Facebook. And that way you get maximum distribution and reach for your video. Now, the next thing I've done is to create a messaging set that you need for your patients. here's the notes that go with that. Now, what's included here is the messages that are suitable for your blog post, for your Facebook post, and for emailing out to your patient's email list. Now, it's important that you add a picture to these posts, these messages. And our recommendation is that if you've got a suitable photograph of your office and your team, that you should use that sort of thing. This would be much more personal than if you went out and just used a stock photograph. But if you don't, you certainly can go out and get a suitable stock photograph and add that to your message. We've included several links here to help you to do that if it's necessary. But as the map shows, when you take this content and post it, you want to make sure that you post it to your blog, to Facebook, and to your Google My Business page. All three of these. Now, doing these kind of things and getting the proper messages on your website and your Facebook and on your Google My Business page, well, that's going to enable you to reach virtually everyone who's online and within your patient community. So as I said, this is the sort of thing that we do for our dental clients, and you're certainly going to want to do something similar for your own practice to effectively communicate the fact that you are open and that you've taken steps to make it safe for your staff and for your patients to come in and receive treatment, whether it be for simply cleaning or whatever dental procedures they require. Now, having said that, I've created a separate video about emailing your patients, since that's such an important topic in its own right.